Wow. Congratulations, everyone. We're putting it all together. All the blocks are made now. I know it's, getting close to the middle of November, and I am so excited. Probably when I finish, you're going to see tears in my eyes because this is something that I've been waiting for over 2 years. I know some of you have done it longer, but you should be so proud of yourself, even for getting to this point. Do you know how many people put a quilt on their wish list and never get to it? We are actually getting to it. And I am so excited. Not just for me, I'm excited for you. This is absolutely amazing. Most people never, ever, ever, ever get to anything like this. And now you're going to have this wonderful quilt that hopefully you keep, or if you gift, it's to someone very, very special. All right, so let's get to it. Our first section. This is oh, yeah, I definitely want you can see the back of my head to look at this while we're doing. This is the top center. So what we need is Orbit. This is Cosmic and Celestial. Look in your book to get those. So we've got our 3 blocks that we've done quite a bit ago. And then we've got our dark diamonds, and we've got our triangles. So what we're first going to do, because these are large big pieces, we're going to take 1 triangle, we're going to take 1 dark, and what you need to keep in mind, and I've seen this in other quilts, you really need to pay attention to where the colors are. Use your book, take your time, check it twice. Just like Santa's list, check it twice. Okay, so we're taking a triangle, we're taking 1 dark diamond. We're going to put the others over here. We're taking Orbit, and we are taking Cosmic. And we are going to put Celestial over there. All right, I'm probably going to put some of these in my lap because I'm going to start with the triangle and the dark. All right, this goes together like this. So we're going to match up this line right here and get that together. So I'm going to turn this around. So again, this is one of those, the center of this seam, the very center of this seam is going to match up with the outer flap corner right there. Sometimes we do that perfectly and sometimes we don't, and that's okay. Not everything has to be perfect, and I am definitely of the opinion done is better than perfect. Don't get caught up in everything has to be perfect, because if you do, you'll stagnate, right? I mean, some people don't. Some people are just really good. But some people just stagnate, and I don't want to see that I don't want that to be you. So let's sew our first piece. Oh, amazing, amazing, amazing. So exciting. I'm just sitting here with the biggest smile on my face because I am so excited to be to this part. Oof, oof, oof. I know, my automatic cutter takes a while. And that looks amazing. I am not going to iron or even press over until the very end. Okay, so then we get to, don't fall over, don't fall over. All right, let's make sure our colors are going the right way. It goes like this. And your colors may not match exactly, because remember, sometimes we change the way the colors went, kind of did our own thing, and that's okay. You do what looks good. So how I went, I think I did these colors exact, so I just kind of matched up. All right, so our seam we're matching here, it's going to be the same thing. I'm going to pull this around like this. put this together, matching up your notches first. Let's see how that lines up. Mine looks to be a little bit over, but you know what? That lined up beautifully. So we're going to pin that. See how quickly this is coming together? There was a person early on that said once you get to the background, it goes really fast. And I know we're taking it really slow. You know, we've been working on the background for a month already. The 1st of October, we cut for a couple of weeks and we've been slowly going about it. And I know I've said it several times, but I like that this is a slow along. And I like that we're taking our time and really enjoying this process. I can't believe I'm sewing one of the blocks together. Oh my goodness. Wow. I am going to get my stiletto right here. I want to hold it down tight. Okay, now I'm going to reposition just a little bit. I'm so excited. So excited. All right. And now that, beautiful. I can tell that that lines up. That's just a little bit of an overage. I'm probably going to shave that off because I think it's just a sliver right here. But that lined up beautifully. Oh my goodness, so beautifully. One more piece for this row. I'm thinking about going over there and ironing, just so you're not, I want to let you know because I'll be over there for just a couple minutes. What I might do is just kind of fast forward through that time, but I want to press it really good. I don't want to finger press when we're doing these rows together. Okay, so we're matching up here, we're matching up here, and we're matching up here, and it doesn't look like it's going to match up real great right there, but we'll see how it goes. Okay, we got a lot of matches here. So let's get to pinning. All right, end to end first, and here we'll hit this first one. This line is just matching up directly with this one. It's not a crossover. It's just a kind of a straight shot. We'll pin that. And I'm going to pin the front of that just so it stays in line while I'm fiddling with the rest of the stuff. Okay, this is also one of those straight on top of each other ones. So we'll just make sure that stays straight on top. And this other one is a crossover. So that middle seam matches up with that outer flap. And you know what? That came together really pretty. It didn't look like it was going to come together, but it did. I'm hoping that's the right seam. Let me look. I'm not sure of this one. That might be a straight on for that. I think it's a straight on with this one. Yep, it's not a crossover. Sorry, I know I have the pin in my mouth. So what it is this line here is going to go straight up with this line here. It's not a crossover at all. And that's okay. I just want to get my hand around. I want to get it lined up good. Okay. If I can get a pin in my hand. All right. And I'm going to pin this back here just so it doesn't go anywhere. I don't want you dragging. All right, here we go. Ooh, this is the longest row, the 4 pieces. Don't stick your fingers under there. Use a stiletto, please. Please, please, please. I don't want anyone showing us pictures of where they put the needle through their hand or their fingers. Sometimes you just smooth that out and it just, all right. Moment of truth. Let's see how it did. Not that I mind that seams are a little bit off, but I always hope for a nice match. I think we did pretty damn good. Pretty damn good. All right, I am going to go iron this and then we'll be back for the second row. Okay, we are ready for row 2. Yeah, putting these pieces together takes just a little bit longer because you're a little more careful matching up those seams, doing some pinning. And that's all right. It's exciting. And I hope you'll have to let me know if you get as excited as I do. Sorry, I'm doing all my little trimming I probably should have done before. All right, so we need 1, 1, and 1. Purple threads. I'm a purple girl. Okay, so same thing. I'm going to put some in my lap. Make sure your triangles are going the right way. Yeah, that one got a little piecey there. Okay, so it goes like that, and we are going to sew it. There's just 3 pieces on this one, not 4. We keep going down, and then we sew them all together. Oh, so exciting, so exciting. Okay, I'm matching up the notches. We'll see how that goes. It's a little on the far side, so if we have to trim, I'm okay with that. It looks like we might have to trim a little bit. We'll see how it goes. All right, this is a cross match. That center seam with that outer flap. Okay, spread it all out. That looks amazing. And it's not as much over as I thought. Perfect. Let's see how that turned out. Yes, amazing as usual. Okay, so it goes like this, right? That's how it goes. And then we're putting this piece up, and I don't think it matters which way it goes. All right, so the only thing we have to match up is this right here to this line right here. So I am going to turn this over, and I totally put that on there the wrong way, but that's okay. That's why the notches are there. All right. And this one is across as well. Up this line and meet with the outer corner of this one. I'm pretty sure. Let me look at the way it is. Yep. Or you line up this one with the straight line of, so you line up this with the straight line of this one. That's probably going to give you a better match. Yep, that's going to give you a better match. Okay, we have done that. And then lined that up. Line that up. I'm not real into pins as much today. My fingers getting a little too close under there. Go a little bit at a time. Want to make sure. right, we're matching that up. Okay. So exciting, so exciting. All right. And that one, again, is just slightly over. I mean, I know I'm going to lose that point, but that's okay. That's all right. I'm losing most of my points. It's who I am and how I am. I never seem to can get a point to save my life, but it still looks great, and you can still tell it's a triangle. So, okay, I'm going to wait to iron until we get the rest of this done, and then I'll do a big iron all together. I think I grabbed too many. Yeah, I grabbed 4 of these. I only need 3. Again, make sure the black is down. Make sure that your 2 pieces are up. We need to attach this together. What's funny is I got 1 too many of these and 1 too few of these. So I'll have to pull another one out. All right. Then we match this up. This one's easy. It kind of matches itself up. Yeah, I don't even have to adjust. It's when you put all those pieces together, all those corners together, that I get a little off. And I'm even sewing with a scant 1/4 inch, and maybe that's the problem. Maybe it needs an actual 1/4, and that's why I'm off like I am. But it doesn't take away from the beauty of this quilt, because believe me, I have seen several of these, even some from the manufacturer, I might add, and none of those points were, I mean, there were always a couple that were off. It's just the nature of the biasness and everything else. Okay, so there's that, and all we need is 1 more triangle. It's going to go on this side. So, yeah. All right, I'm going to iron real quick and make sure everything is ironed together, and then we're going to start piecing these sections together. Okay, everything's ironed out. And what I'm going to do is I think I'm going to go ahead and sew this small triangle to, oh, I didn't get a triangle. Dang it. It's going to bump. Yeah. I grabbed the wrong thing. Here we go. I've got it in a drawer next to me. Okay, we are going to sew this triangle to this piece, but it's going to match up and be real pretty like that without actually being like that. I'm going to go ahead and sew this one together. That way that little single piece is done when we're dealing with a much bulkier piece. And this is a pretty simple sew. It lines up really nicely with the notches and stuff, so we'll just get it out of the way. And one thing I do recommend, if you can hear me over the sewing, is to, when you're starting on a background, like, you know, putting it together like this, go ahead and you know it's a large quilt. We know this is a large quilt. So go ahead and run a clean bobbin and run a second bobbin. That way, when you're really into it and you're making a lot of process, you're not like, oh man, I got to stop and run a bobbin. You can just kind of keep going. Okay, I don't need to, that turned out really pretty. Okay, I don't need to necessarily iron this right now. So what I'm going to do is put that to the side, and we are going to work with these larger pieces and pin them. Okay, so this is the one that has 4, and this is going to line up straight right here like this. That's going to line up like that. And then we're just going to continue to match up those points as we go down the row. Okay. So this is our first match. We are going to pin that. Then I'm going to go back and line this up really nicely and pin this one so things start lining up a little better. Is that lined up right? I don't think that's lined up right. I know, I've got it in my mouth. It's a very bad thing to do and a very bad habit to get into. And honestly, I really don't do it that much. But I also would probably pin this at my cutting table. I wouldn't pin it here at the machine. I'm doing it so y'all can kind of see me do it. So that's why. Okay, that pinned together a little bit nicely. I think I had it off a bit. Okay, this one, same thing. We're crossing. That's why I can't stand those long threads. Okay, that matched up really nicely. So we're going to go ahead and pin that. And we're crossing here. That matches up nicely, very lovely. All right, we're getting into our pieces. So this is, if you can see that, that's a straight on, and this is a straight on. So you're not going to cross on this one. You're going to kind of line up those seams really well. And yeah, pin that. Sorry, I had to look closely at that one. And then this one, let's take a look what's on the other side. Yep, that's a straight line. So we're going to bring, we're going to cross this with the edge of this, and that's going to line that up very nicely. So that's one of the crossover type seams. And this one is just a straight line, kind of match up the seams. Do the best you can. And since there's so much going on here, I do want to pin the end of this just to make sure that that holds. All right, we have got our row, and now let's sew it together. Only one more sew after this, you realize. Yeah, we get this one more sew because we've already sewed that one piece on, and we have our first section finished. Beautiful. Sewing together so well. There's not a lot of bunching or bubbling. I'm trusting my pens. There's a lot matching up right here. Sweet. And that is our bottom point right there. Looks great. Match up. Look, I got a point. Look, I got a point. Perfect. The points matched up there and there. That looks amazing. Okay, I see a problem here, so I'm going to see what I can do about it right now. Sometimes it pays just to take those little slivers off. I still have that 1/4 inch there, so I'm happy with that. Okay. Now we're going to put our last piece on. This is one section done. Section number 1. Okay. So make sure you're doing it correctly. You don't want to do it like this, and you want to keep that dark down. So make sure you have got the right thing going on, okay? I don't want you to be upset because you didn't you put it upside down or something like that. So make sure dark is down, dark is down. And then I'll stand up and show you, the final. We don't want to go over. All right. And we're crossing here. Not matching there. We've got a straight on going here. Just match those center seams up. And that is it. We're going to pin the end just to keep it kind of in line and in check where it doesn't flap all over the place. Okay. Aren't you glad we sewed that one piece on? Because you get to that part and you're like, now I got to sew this one piece on at the end. No, take care of it. Be done. Be done. Okay. And here we go. Keep everything lined up. I'm making sure, because there's a lot of intersections that we don't necessarily have to match up, but they're underneath, so I want to make sure those seams stay open. So you might want to make sure of that too. Everybody's machine grabs those seams and pops them closed as they're going through. This machine's not as bad as my other one, but it does catch them a little bit. All right, coming to that last part. Oh my gosh, can you believe it? We have sewn a section of the background. Let's see how that looks. Oh, all the points are just, that one's not super perfect, but it's great. Okay, it is hard to see with me holding it right here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to iron those pieces and then move the camera and show it to you big, because our quilt is about to get big. All right, I'm going to go iron. All right, here it is. Look, this is just one of the sections. Can you believe it? Woohoo! I just love how it turned out. And we have many more sections to do. So this is the top, I think it's top center. Yes. Yes. So this is the center of your quilt. How amazing is that? Oh my goodness. This is coming together so beautifully, and I'm really excited that you have joined us on this journey, this real journey. I know that you mainly just see my hands on this sew along, but I am so very excited. And now it's really getting exciting because we can see a piece of the background. This isn't going to take any time to do, but we're going to keep at it slow. Now, I know it's kind of the middle of November, but this is going to go all the way out till the end of December. So the very last week in December before we put it all together. We're hitting the holidays, and yes, I wear sleeveless all the time, even in the winter. So um, take your time. You have all the month of January to finish, so hopefully you're at least getting to cutting and working on those background blocks. But um, catch up with us because this is super, super fun, and I'm so excited to be here. Yay! All right, guys. I would love to see some pictures. Let's start showing some of our pictures of getting these pieces together. That would be fun. I may start a top center post so we can all show our top centers. All right. Y'all have a great weekend, and I will see you next week. Happy sewing. Bye.